Springboks only went and beat the All Blacks 43-10 earlier today in a match that made history in Wellington. Now, I want to give you guys my player ratings, what I think, and I'd love to hear what yours is. So if you guys would like to help out the channel, drop a super thanks, pop a comment, you'll get a direct response from me, and like, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. Let's get into it. So, like I said, let's get into the player ratings. Don't want to be wasting any time. This is how I rate the Springboks and how they played. Now, there's a couple players on here that played absolutely phenomenally. Yes, the Springboks. In that second half, it was hard to find a better squad. But certain players, Damian Willemse, he had an absolutely cracking game. The guy was everything that we needed and performed exactly how we needed to perform. Definitely one of the best players in world rugby. Truly elite talent, and today he showed why. I'm giving him a 9. We have a player like Ethan Hooker as well. He played phenomenally, especially for that break for Kwagga Smith's try. The guy was an absolute nuisance throughout the game, making people slip, sliding people, and just creating an absolute nuisance of himself. So he played really well. Siya Kolisi, I've given him an 8 as well. Pieter-Steph du Toit, I've given him a 9. Pieter-Steph du Toit was phenomenal. Like the guy with the big tackles, exactly when you needed it. You know, that little layoff to Kwagga Smith for that try. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm giving Jasper Wiese an 8.5. This guy is exactly what we needed. He was the glue that we needed. You know, he was so powerful. He was such a strong run of the ball. He created space. You know, he is what we missed. I love having Siya at 8. I don't feel he's an 8. I feel he fits much better in that 6 role. And having someone like Jasper Wiese at 8 is very, very important to the way the Springboks want to play, especially to how they played today. So he was definitely a very, very big player. I mean, we have someone like Archie Snyman, who ended up coming on as a replacement. I've given him an 8 as well. Same thing with Kwagga Smith. Another 8. These people were absolutely brilliant. Honestly, front to back, we had an above average game for the general player, but it was just those certain players that absolutely stood out, that they really set the bar really high. And look at what happened. The Springboks really came through with an absolutely enormous win. That second half really proved what Rassie was saying about his squad selection. He knew what was happening. He knew what he wanted, and they went and they did it. They played fast ball. They used that blitz defense to absolutely cancel out the All Blacks. They made life very difficult. They pressured them. They were smothering them throughout. And then using players like Kane and Moody, using players like Ethan Hooker, Damian Willemse, just that speed. Kobus Reinach as well. Kobus Reinach was an absolute monster. Very physical, very big ball handling player. And, they just worked so well. They forced the All Blacks into kicking in awkward positions, forcing that possession back in the Springboks' favor, and then use that sheer pace that they had just to create havoc. So looking at this, I mean, I've given a vast majority of the players above average. I mean, we have Kane and Moody, 7.5. Kobus Reinach, I've given him a 7. Oxenchase, 7.5. Malcolm Marx, I have given him a 7. He played all right, but it's not the standard that we know Malcolm Marx to play. Our lineouts were still a little bit shaky, and I'm still of the opinion I want Jan-Hendrik Wessels. I think he's going to be crucial. I think he is going to be crucial to the future of the Springboks. And we look at what happened when he ended up coming on. I thought he played absolutely brilliantly. Wilco Low, he played brilliantly. So, yeah. I don't know. I was a bit skeptical in the beginning. When Rasu named his squad, I was like, yo, okay. No Ebenezer. Okay, that's already a big one. No Ebenezer. The lock position, with Louis de Jager and Ruan Noguer, I was like, okay, can work around that. But when I saw the backs, I was like, I was getting a bit, I was getting a bit worried. I was getting a little bit worried. So what are your thoughts in relation to this? Is this showing the signs of the future of the Springboks? Where we gonna go? How are we gonna start looking to shape up? I think so. Obviously, the Springboks they were absolutely littered with injuries. Very unfortunate. They were littered with injuries, but I still have faith in the Springbok side, especially after this big win up against the All Blacks. This was a really, really big win. And honestly, this just goes to show what kind of talent we have on our hands, what kind of depth we have on our hands. And when I talk about depth, you've heard me say it before, God tier depth. There are only two teams that truly have God tier depth, in my opinion, and they played earlier today, the All Blacks and the Springboks. Don't get me wrong, France is they catching up, they're getting there. A lot of the talent that is developing out of them is ridiculous. So we're going to be seeing some serious talent come out of France. Can't forget Ireland either, but I don't feel that they're at that God tier depth yet. Close, but not yet. The Springboks, the All Blacks have ridiculous depth. Unfortunately for the All Blacks, they are struggling when it comes down to that 9 position. But lots of positives to take from today. Lots and lots of positives. I was actually very happy with Manie Libbok though. Manie proved me wrong today. When I saw Manie coming on, I'm not gonna lie, I was, things are going to go wrong. We are going to struggle. I just have this innate fear inside of me when Manie Libbok comes on. He's very inconsistent. But today, the man put in a bloody performance and his kicking was on point. So, Manie, thank you. I could kiss you. Today was a brilliant game. So this is my player ratings, you can say. What I thought of the of a 15. Let me know what you guys have to say. What your thoughts are, what your ratings would be. And today was just that day that set everybody up. It set my days perfectly. So drop your thoughts in the comment section below, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.